Well, the trench was put in on a geophysical anomaly, which was this linear feature which ran through the trench. John put the trench in, and he said that the geophysical anomaly would be about 1 metre from the end of that trench. And through here, you can see that we've got grey on that side, grey on that side, and then a browny stripe through the middle, which is coming through here.
Yeah.
One there and one through there.
Agreed. Yeah.
And because I've insisted that the area should be defined properly, more or less you can see where the edge comes. You can see it particularly clearly there. It goes a bit wobbly in there. It comes around there, comes along there, and then by the time you get to here it disappears, but it will reappear once all this lot has been stripped out. On this side it comes along there, and it's pretty consistent, runs along there, and then by the time you get to here it's coming along there, and then it fizzles out because this area hasn't been stripped off but will be. So that was what we expected to find. What we didn't necessarily expect to find is that we got a big stone over there, a big stone there, one there, one there, one there, and we've got a hint of a one in there. Now, if you look at the whole area of the trench, you will see, by and large, there are no big stones in the trench. What we do have is groups of stones in there. You can see that that stone in particular is going down into the ground. When you get a group of stones like that in there, it's a pretty good candidate for a post hole. Post holes can mean buildings, they can mean fences, but they mean things that are been put up by human beings. You can see that this whole row of stones is more or less parallel to that linear as well. It doesn't mean that these definitely are post holes for a building, but it's, you know, it's a candidate. It's
Carl, from your
it's
point,
something we've got to think about.
from the local point of view, Carl, if we've got a feature like that, a linear feature, which could be a ditch maybe, or whatever that is, and post holes inside, what sort of suggestion?
From the geophysical survey, we know that this linear feature is curving a bit. What I can definitely say, this is not a Bronze Age house, because they here in Cornwall are usually cut into the bedrock. We've got bedrock here, and that's what that yellow clay is. That's our natural clay here. So what we've got here is a curving ditch and what looks like post holes, and this looks like part of an Iron Age roundhouse.
Well, there we go.
And Phil, you got a piece of pottery off the...
Yeah, there was a piece of pottery. I mean, it did only just come from the surface here. I think you said
it looked like it's Iron Age Romano British. Yeah.
Now the thing about that, of course, is that it is in that feature, which is good, but on the converse side, it's only in the top of the feature, and it was pretty mapped around with ploughing and all the rest of it. So we mustn't be overly excited by that one piece of pot. But at the same time, it did come out of that feature, which is nice to have a piece of pot out of a feature. The other thing which I'm aware of, and which we've dealt with that, is that here we seem to have another edge, more or less coming across here. Here the geology has been quite nice, but there's a hint that maybe there's something going off that way. You can actually see it in that section. There's a hint that something is tipping down in there, and I wonder whether or not this may have cut out. I mean, I don't know quite what this arc is, but whether or not, if we trace this arc round, it's been cut out by this, and whether this is, I don't know whether we got any ridge and furrow up here.
I really don't know. That the geophysics may tell us.
Well,
But there's
you
certainly
know, I
nothing
mean,
obvious
it's just
from the
a,
photographs.
it's just a thought.
Yeah.
It just strikes me that in this part of the trench here, the geology has been there. It's been dead easy to find.
But this is
And
very
there,
shallow.
it does seem to be dipping away. It
Yeah.
does seem that there's more material in here.
Okay, and I think the other thing that we could get you to ask you, Phil and Carl, is, you know, if we had now moved on from the work you've done, I would say probably one of the things we might be doing is sectioning this.
Oh,
or
yeah.
Next steps, section that. So put a cut across it. Post holes, section the post holes, half section them. You might find dating material, which we often have done.
And also put something through this, because this does not look like it's natural.
Although there's natural poking through, so it does suggest that it is very shallow. Which
Sorry?
Maybe there's
oh yeah,
well,
but it's nowhere near as good as that.
No, but it suggests that.
And it is trending down. But
Brilliant.
Certainly you'd want to take a little bit more out of there.
Absolutely.
I think. Yeah.
Thank you very much for all your hard work with the field walking and the work in here. I hope you've learned something from all this process. I certainly have. And there's a load of sandwiches behind you. I've been told by the Health and Safety Department that you have to wash your hands with spit, water or whatever fluid comes to hand. Don't fall over the canes, Penny. And help yourself to the sarnies.